Hey, this is Ash. We're doing another review of a sales page. Actually, it's not really a sales page, opt-in page for a webinar. And we're gonna take a look at the ad. So this is for Land Academy, and this is the ad I saw on Facebook. So let's just take a look at the whole ad and the design and all the copy in it. So I'm gonna put on my glasses here. All right. So this is the ad I see when I'm on Facebook. Um, so right here, they're already calling out the audience, aspiring real estate investors. Beautiful. So if you're not if that's not you, then you can just ignore this ad. They're calling you out and saying, "Hey, real estate investors, aspiring real estate investors, check this out." Okay. So if you've been thinking about real estate for a while, this is probably going to grab you. And then, so do you want financial freedom? I think the answer to that is yes. I mean, I think most people want financial freedom. So you get people kind of saying yes. If you don't know where to start with investing, but you have the motivation and drive to learn, allow us to introduce you to one of the most profitable, straightforward to implement, and often overlooked real estate investment strategies. Um, all right, I like what they're saying. It's just probably could have been said a little bit better. It's a little wordy and the wording isn't right. But okay, and then we got the graphics. So build a six-figure land business in just 90 days. Okay, so that's a big promise. That's really great, right? So build a six-figure land business in just 90 days. Well, I mean, who wouldn't want that, right? I mean, most people work their whole lives, or every year they don't make six figures, and you can do it in just 3 months. So, okay, so let's look at the graphic. These are the people that are, I guess, going to be running it. Um, at first, when I looked at this, this kind of threw me off. I'm like, well, who's this person? I mean, is this the child of these people? I don't know. Okay, so this is a little testimonial. Join Land Academy is by far the best decision I've made professionally. This community has been priceless. Thank you, Stephen and Thank you, Stephen and Jill, for your open-handed approach. Oh, okay. And the reason why I'm hesitating there, because this guy is Stephen Jack Butala, but on the website they refer to him as Jack. So that kind of tripped me up a little bit because I did a little review of the page. Okay, so here's my commentary on this. Um, is they're kind of selling the academy, like right here in the page. Um, and I think people are like, if they're exploring this, they want to get information about, um, what this is all about, and that's what is down here. You're saying, right here, discover the five myths of land investing and gain financial freedom. So, um, you got to be careful about getting people too far down the road, right? So now people are like, oh, okay, because at first, I was gonna discover, um, you know, the five myths of land investing, or you're gonna show me something, but now it's like, okay, um, I guess I gotta join something. So just gotta you kind of want to bring people a little bit at a time. I mean, it's nothing wrong with a testimonial, and I would say it's a good use of copy on a graphic on Facebook. So the ad doesn't end there. So let's just go to the next portion. So if you hit see more, we'll go to the next portion of the ad, and um, and it says, okay, so after we hit the see more button, it says, these investment strategies, and then now they're telling us it's land. Okay, so I'm not going to read everything, but I'll just read this part right here. Even with no prior experience selling and buying land, using a proven data-driven strategy has the power to transform your financial position, not just today, but for many years to come. Okay, I like what they're saying. I just don't like the way they're saying. You got to like it. First of all, this ad looks very just wordy, right? It's just just a lot of words on here, and if you're gonna write anything at all, you want it to be legible. I mean, why put any text or print content on a page if if no one's going to read it, right? So make it legible, make it very, very legible. Okay, so here we go. Hello, we are Land Academy, and over 15 years ago, we combined Jill's career in contracts and sales and Jack's experience with flipping rural vacant land through auction to create a system responsible for over 16,000 of our own transactions today. Okay, again, very, very wordy. Like I said, they're calling this guy Jack, and then this testimonial. Um, oh, on the other graphic is thank you, Stephen and Jill. So it's kind of weird, but anyway, at least it says, at least down here, it says Stephen Jack Butala. Okay, so um, you know, they're kind of gaining some credibility. Look, we took the best of both worlds. We got Jill's career, contracts and sales, and Jack's experience in rural land flipping, and we combined them. So that's really actually really good because you start to think of like people like um, Steve Jobs. He was kind of like the marketing brains and the design wizard. And then you got Steve Wozniak, who was the technical wizard, and those two combined created Apple. Things like that. So um, I think that it's a great thing to say. Like I said, it's just very, very wordy. It says, now we're on a mission to educate aspiring real estate investors like yourself to do the same exact uh, to do the exact same using a mobile, straightforward, and highly effective model. Okay, again, I like what they're saying. Just kind of cumbersome. I would just kind of keep it tight. Okay, so join our free training, the top 5 myths of land investing. Okay, so this is interesting. I mean, that's usually it grabs people's attention, land investing, and so let me see something. How the fuck do I pause this fucking thing? All right, this is not. Oh, it's supposed to be. Here it is. What the fuck? All right. So, okay. So significant. Okay. So, I got a couple of issues with this, and then we're gonna move on to the sales page. But right here, okay. So discover the free training. Join our free training, the 5 myths of land investing, and discover how to significantly boost your income. So that's point number 1. And then point number 2, create a steady and reliable income stream. That's point number 2. Build a profitable land investment business. That's point number 3. Those pretty much say the same thing. Now, granted, if you look at the tail end of each one, um, I guess they're a little different. This one says take control of your time using data-driven investment opportunities. This is invest in deals by no-brainer field research. It's just there seems like a lot into these points, and they start off the same thing, like make more money, make more money, make more money. I would phrase it differently. I mean, this one, it's talking about data-driven investment. Um, this one's backed by no-brainer field research. Um, and like I said, it's very it's pretty dense with the text. I mean, if you look at it, maybe this is the size you're going to see it like on Facebook, but I'm zooming in here. That's really like my own. And then learn from the pros. That's great. Shave time off the learning. This is really insignificant. This is really significant. Not shave time off the learning curve. Um, the, Shave time off the learning curve, making mistakes, and cut 15 years of our own experience just on. I mean, it's awkward wording. I mean, these things you have to, when you write copy, it's really, really important to read it out loud and see how it sounds. And these sentences are just crazy long. It's like no, 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 no. Okay. The training is designed for serious go-getters. Boom. That's perfect. Who see the long-term value of land investment as a replicable strategy. We don't do get rich screams. Okay, so secure your spot. Okay, all right, so we get to here. And then go to the next graphic where I have it here. Okay, Land Academy, build a highly profitable landing empire. I love it. You're building an empire. If that's what people, that's what people want to do. Um, you know, any of these things like these, making money, you have to be, some people really want to build a business. They want to build a huge empire. And then some people just want a side hustle. So you got to be very clear as to what it is you're doing. And I think they are clear. I mean, this is not a side hustle. This is something to get away from your 9-to-5 job. Okay, so discover the top 5 myths in land investing and gain financial freedom like never. And then I guess it cuts off and learn more. Okay, so would this ad grab me? I mean, to be honest with you, I'm interested in this space, and actually, I did some contract copywriting for a land investing, one of these coaches, not these particular ones, and so I am interested in this. I dabbled in it. I looked into it, and so I'm looking at it from somebody who is like, does this grab me? I think the graphic here is impressive. It makes me curious. I want to learn more. Um, but you see these ads all the time. So could it be better? Yes. Okay, so let's look at where it takes us. And here we are. Okay, so this is the landing page from that ad. So we're just going to scroll right through it real quick, and then then take a review. So it's get some testimonials, and then we got the bios from Jack and Jill, and then we got another CT at the bottom. So this is it. I mean, the ad said a lot of stuff, but a lot of people aren't reading the ad, and like I said, it's it's kind of like in small print. It's on Facebook. A lot of distractions. Um, I would okay. So you click on this. You go to the landing page. Okay, discover the top 5 myths in land investing and gain a financial freedom like never before. I guess I would say something like the top 5 myths of top 5 land top 5 myths in landing investing. So you don't fail at land investing. I don't know if I would do. I mean, it seemed like the top 5 myths. This is very like standard stuff that people were doing, like 5 years ago. I mean, I would say discover the 5 mistakes, that land investors make all the time, lose money, and do this, and then I would say do this instead, right? Do this one thing instead of all that, or something along those lines. But anyway, here we are. We're with this headline. We got to work with it. So build a business that boosts your income by 5 to 6 figures with these highly profitable insights. Okay. All right. You're kind of backing up the myths. I got you. Explore the often overlooked real estate investment that can transform your financial future. Okay. Discover how to navigate land investment while significantly reducing the risks of bad choices. Okay, I like it. That's kind of like what I was talking about. If you can, people, they want to avoid loss, right? They call it loss aversion. They want to avoid loss. So, anytime you can tell people, reduce your risk of these bad choices, because people look at it as like, well, if I can eliminate something, it's easier than me doing something, right? Getting rid of a bad habit sometimes is better than, it's almost easier than gaining a new habit. Um, so, reducing the risk of bad choice. Like just tell me what not to do, and I'll listen to you. All right, gain confidence in your decision making and start to reward your efforts. Um, I'm not really sure that adds to me learning about the five myths. I mean, I think like you got to sell, you got to continue to sell me on the five myths. Like I would have something, I would like give out teasers. I'd be like, myth number one, no one, no one's selling land, or no one, how many people sell land? I never heard of it. That's myth number one. We're going to dispel this myth, and we're going to tell you not only is it a myth, but how you can make a bunch of money because of this myth. There's land everywhere, but we know where to look, and we're going to tell you where to look. And the fact that you know this, that where to look, that we're going to tell you, you're going to make a bunch of money. But they're not okay. So like I wrote a couple of these down. So, like another myth, you could say, myth number two: land is hard to get rid of once you own it. Baloney, that's crazy. Myth busted. That's, yeah, people think that it's hard to get rid of, but that's because people don't know what to do. That's the people who are just dabbling. That's the people who are just watching YouTube videos. We're going to tell you exactly how to unload your land to eager buyers. I mean, you got to get people excited. I get it. I get it. It's free training, but you know what? I'm gonna have to be on. But once I register, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you the what happens when you register. So let's just say you got. Let's just say I got turned on by this. Now I'm gonna go to. That's not it. I'm gonna go to. This is the page that you land on, and it's. Let's see. Okay. So you got these two people. It's an hour training, and you haven't. Okay, this part comes up later into the video, so it's just the video, and you really. I mean, did I opt in out of curiosity? But it's just like it's an hour. You haven't convinced me that I should stay for an hour. A lot of people just want to fill these things out just to see the other side. I mean, a lot of people go to checkout, a checkout page just to see what's on the other side. You know, Maybe they're just kind of curious, but to get them to buy and then go over the edge, you need to you really need to work hard and convince them. Watch this video. All right, I'm going to continue on this in the next video.